Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y and our American TV show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers warn that the tension between Jack Abbott and his wife Diane Jenkins will continue to get worse. However, Diane is not satisfied at all with the way Jack coddled Kyle Abbott. Will Jack blame Diane for Kyle's recent acts against Abbott? The Young and the Restless spoilers say that Diane is unhappy with Kyle about him stealing a formula off her computer and applying it at Glissade. Of course, Kyle and Diane have been having troubles ever since Jack named her his co-CEO at Abbott, a role that Kyle obviously believed that should have been his even though he suggested his mother for the post. Kyle would often go behind Diane's back and disparage her work to make her look bad to their clients and staff. Diane told Jack what Kyle was doing, but he still protected him. Kyle pushed Diane till she had no choice but to fire him for his underhanded actions. Jack was not happy over this at first. Jack has always attempted to help his son when it came to business. Jack has educated Kyle about Abbott from the time he was a young child. Unfortunately, when it came to Kyle taking over the firm, things just have not gone so smoothly. Jack even hired Adam Newman at one point to work alongside him. When Diane got back, Kyle anticipated that he would be working side by side with his dad. However, the initial situation with Tucker McCall caused Jack to give Diane a key executive-level role. Kyle still has mommy issues over being abandoned by his mother, and Jack may feel that this is why Kyle has turned into this backstabbing person. Kyle is surely wreaking havoc on his parents' marriage. After all, Diane and Jack fight more than anything. Diane appears to be continually picking a fight and then storming off. However, Jack may just be starting to see the entire magnitude of his son's feelings. Did Jack make a mistake by hiring Diane at Abbott? Does Jack secretly blame Diane for all of the troubles between himself and Kyle? Should Jack have fired Diane and allowed Kyle to carry on working? If Jack is compelled to have his son jailed for business espionage, will Diane and Jack's marriage survive? Is this merely part of Kyle's strategy to get rid of his mother for good? The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that word travels swiftly between Genoa City and Los Angeles. Word is certain to get back to Sheila Sharp that Heather Stevens has been killed. Will Sheila rush to Genoa City to check on Lucy Romalotti because she is her granddaughter after all? The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Daisy Carter, the daughter of Sheila, is Lucy's birth mother. Daisy abandoned Lucy at birth, but later came back to claim her so that Phyllis Summers could get her away from her adoptive parents. Lucy later ended up with Daniel and Heather and departed Genoa City. Chances are that Sheila knows full well where her grandchild is and just hasn't turned up yet. However, now that Heather is dead, Sheila may be anxious about Lucy, especially if her daughter is seeking for her as well. Sheila may also have words with Sharon Newman if she learns about her treatment of Lucy lately as well. Lucy was probably never informed anything about her parentage because her mother and grandmother were both mental cases. However, this could also explain why Lucy decides to act out and turns to drink to solve her problems. In fact, if Lucy knows anything about Sheila at all, she may seek out to her for help to save her father. Could Lucy carelessly contact Sheila and make issues a lot worse than they currently are? Sheila claims to have changed, but she could surely try to cause some troubles with her granddaughter if she wanted to badly enough. Does Lucy know about Sheila and has kept this secret for all this time? Could Lucy have lately learned about her grandma Sheila somehow? Lucy was furious with her parents when they decided to relocate back to Portugal. Lucy might have set this whole murder plot into motion by contacting Daisy or Sheila. After all, Daisy was stupid enough to drug Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei, so she could have sex with him. What else might Daisy do if urged to do so? Suppose Daisy wanted to get to know her daughter and contacted Lucy explaining who she is. Sheila could fear that Daisy might harm Lucy herself, as she never wanted anything to do with her. Will Sheila have to safeguard her granddaughter from her own mother? Is Daisy responsible for snatching Lucy's mother from her? The Restless spoilers state that Michelle Stafford just hosted a behind-the-scenes gala to celebrate a big milestone. It's been 30 years since Stafford made her debut in the character of Phyllis Summers, so a party was given in her honor, complete with cupcakes featuring her photo. Plenty of known personalities were there to support Stafford's outstanding work over the years. Many of Stafford's co-stars took part in the fun, including one who hasn't been seen on screen in a while. Sean Kerrigan was sighted back at the studio for this event and posed for photographs with Stafford throughout the celebration. Stafford addressed Kerrigan's attendance in an interview with SOD, so let's look at what she had to say. "He was so sweet to come. He's a homie," Stafford insisted. Of course, it's also conceivable that Sean Kerrigan merely arrived because he's friends with Stafford and wanted to show her some love on her big day. However, we should also consider the probability that Kerrigan has been filming again. If Stitch's comeback is in the works, that's definitely not something Stafford would be able to disclose. In that situation, it'd be prudent for Stafford to say precisely what she said, that Kerrigan was lovely to come and play up their friendship. Stafford could be telling the truth without exposing the complete thing if Sean Kerrigan's back on the show. After all, Stitch's storyline was left dangling back in 2021. That's when Stitch kidnapped Maria Copeland, who was pregnant with Dominic Newman Abbott Winter's Chancellor, as part of the surrogacy plot. Stitch finally was detected, but he managed to make a break for it and snatched Max Rayburn from his facility. Stitch is on the run to this day, which provides the potential for him to re-enter the picture sooner or later. Max was previously in horrible form, but what if Stitch's son passed away off-screen, especially without the necessary care of the medical team he was used to? Stitch might kidnap Dominic as a replacement child, or maybe he could just decide to surrender himself up if he believes he has nothing else to live for. Either way, it'd be good if Stitch could come back and give his plot some closure. We'll be sure to send along updates if any comings and goings news confirms Stitch's comeback. Our Y&R predictions imply that Abby Newman Abbott and Devon Hamilton Winters have some shocks in their future, so maybe Stitch will put their happy family in jeopardy. The Young and the Restless spoilers claim